Hey everyone, it's Bernicia, aka Kanye Flybug, and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. If you're old here, welcome back. Take this time to like, share, and subscribe, and we're going to start this live. I'm trying to get into my Google Meet here. So, yes, allow. Um, yeah, and so we'll get started when people start showing up, I guess. Um, something is going on with my something is going on with my little volume thing here. I'm trying to um, raise the volume and it's not working. I think my cat did something to my freaking um, keyboard, or I pressed something and didn't realize it, and now I don't know how to fix it. So yeah, I think I'm gonna turn this light off. I don't need it. It's nice and sunny. Oh. I'm gonna see if trying to see if Joyelle will come in for a little bit and talk to me. I think she came in my very first meeting or the second one, which was like a super treat. Um, Aw, she's such a sweetheart. She's such a sweetheart. I love having friends that are like, also, you know, influencers who kind of know the struggle. I think that's awesome. Hold on, I'm trying to get more people in here. I was just, once again, I was just so busy during this week. I didn't have a chance to like properly promote the meeting like I have before. Um, and so I didn't like actually get the word out there. But again, I don't really like do this for, well, I mean, I do it for me. Hey, thank you. I'm the only one here so far, and like the Google Meet, no one else is here, but it's okay. Oh, um, oh, she's she's in the grocery store. Okay. I didn't know you followed me, but that's cool. uh, oh God, it's so hot in here. I'm gonna die. I'm just gonna die. Where's my dog? Oh, he's dying under the. Hi. And then this little fool, he like went out and into the yard, and I don't know exactly what he did, but he poked himself in the lip right here because there's all these freaking weeds out there, and um, Matt got he won't let me mow the lawn. He won't let me use the weed whacker. I'm like, well, do it. Oh, it's Tracy. Yes, admit, don't deny her. Of course she can come. Hey, it's okay. You're the only one here. Well, you and Joelle. Y'all are the only two here. After a lot of people were like, oh, I want to come. That sounds interesting. Yeah, but I'm really interested in that. And no one's here. So, I mean, it is what it is. Sweetie, that wasn't the doorbell. It was Tracy come and chat. He's like looking like, what? This dog. Hi. Say hi.
I'm glad that's over camera.
Do you want to come and say hi to Tracy? Say hi. Say hi. Hi. No, don't push anything. Hi,
Yeah,
hi.
that's over camera.
I know, big puppy. Oh God. Okay, get down. Okay, enough. See, yeah, already tried to kill me. Son, oh my God, this was not like an invitation to play. He must be bored. I'm sure he is. But yeah, stop. Oh, leave it. Leave it. Settle down. Good boy. Oh, that was your head. Are you okay? Oh, settle down. Here, sit. Sit. See, you got your arm caught. Sit. Sit. That was your head again. Calm down. Sit. 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 Good boy. Okay, sorry. Sit, honey. Sit. Yeah, it's always way more interesting when more people are here, but you know. Bo, am I gonna have to squirt you with some water? I'm in Zumba today. I didn't get up out of bed until like 9 o'clock. I was so unmotivated, and I stayed. I literally. Do you have paper? Are you eating paper? Give me the plastic. Not for Bo's. Give me the plastic. Let go. This dog. Anyway, stop getting in my trash. Stop it. Crazy dog. No, I was just so unmotivated when I got up this morning, and like Matt like kissed me goodbye and was just kind of like, I think that was like around 9, I think. And then I like laid there for a while, and I don't know how long the time passed, and then I looked at the phone and was like, oh shit, I didn't miss him, but this is oh man. And then I was like, well, so I was like, if I had known, he scratched the hell out of me. Oh my God, Bo, trying to kill me. But I was like, I should go for my walk. I should go for my walk. I should go for my, and I continued sitting there. And then I looked at the time and it was almost 11. I was like, oh my God, get out of bed. Just get out of bed. This is ridiculous. Ugh. So yeah, I'm not feeling the best today. So. But how's your game?
With us is at 10, but it's outside and it was hot.
I bet. I bet. Like on days like this, it's like the earlier the better before the sun comes out, because then it starts roasting and crisping people.
She had me lead a song with her.
Huh?
She had me lead a song with her.
Say that again. I'm so sorry.
I got up front and led a song with my instructor.
Oh, awesome. Which one was it? I probably don't know it, but yeah.
Actually, the song is called Freaks by Tim.
Freak?
It's a popular song.
Is it like 2 Chainz or something?
No, it's let me see if I can find it.
See, she's sharing the wealth. Yeah. Yeah, I think my oh, I can't sleep in past like 8. Yeah, I used to not be like that, but I don't know. Sometimes when I'm really depressed, I can sleep in for a while, or if I'm sick. When I'm sick, I can sleep for a long time. But it's rare that I'm sick, like sick. So yeah. But I'm trying to stay positive, but and it's so weird because I mean that's why it sucks being like bipolar depression, because it's like 1 minute you'll be fine and the next minute you're like ah! So I mean, and I think for like a month straight, and this is like the longest that I've gone in a while, where I've just been like, I woke up and I'm like, what do I have to do today? And I'm just kind of like not really stressed out and stuff like that, but I don't know. It's like a week ago, I just started like, I was telling some of my other friends, it was like a switch is being like lowered slowly, and I'm just kind of like, no, don't turn it off, don't turn it off. Like yesterday, I was like on the like brink of tears, and for no reason, I'm just sitting there, and I'm like, huh. I'm sorry. There's a bee on the outside of my window, and it's looking at me. It's like, and I'm like, thank God you're out there because I'm allergic to bees. So you stay out there. I'll stay in here. I'll stay black. No.
It's not fun getting stung.
No, if I get stung, I'm going to the hospital. So that's not going to be fun for anyone involved. Because I'll whine like a baby. That's when I'll be a baby, when I'm sick. But um, yeah, he scratched me and it's itching now. Woo! But no, it's like, things are like looking pretty good for like my hair stuff. I've gotten the boxes out, like for the people who have paid and stuff, and I actually have to do another batch here because 2 other people paid. So I was like, okay, and 2 batches is a lot better than 4. So I'm hoping that I'm pretty sure that this batch will be a lot better. Excuse me, a lot better than my last ones were. And so the people, most of the people that I sent boxes to were like, yeah, I want to try your other stuff. So I was like, okay. So I I had mailed it before they sent that message. So I'm like, well, this sucks. So I've got like all this conditioner that I need to do something with. Okay. Thanks for coming in, Joelle. Oh my God, what is happening? So yeah, I was just like, hold on a second. Okay, I don't know what's happening. So, hold on, I'm just trying to. I'm gonna have to put some aloe vera on that or something. That is bugging me, and wash it off again. He must have something under his nails that has reacted to my skin really bad. What was I saying? I don't remember. Oh shit, I don't remember what I was saying. No, I just, have like, that's going on, and it's like looking pretty well. And, I'm changing one of my jobs because one of my jobs sucks elephant balls. And so like, I changed to another company who seems to be like a lot better, with their management skills and whatnot. So there's that. And it's just, I don't know. It doesn't seem like I have a reason to be like all down in the dumps, but I am. I don't know. It's like, like three of my other friends have just kind of been like feeling that way too. And I'm just like, I don't know. Maybe it's something in the atmosphere, maybe something in the water. I don't know. I don't know.
I'm in a good place.
Well, I'm glad. Because I know for a while you were just like looking at life like, can you get out of my face?
I was hurt angry and disappointed for a really long time, but I'm finally back to my bubbly, happy self.
That's good. I mean, I'm usually bubbly and happy, but it just, sometimes it's just, I don't know. It just don't go well for me. I don't know. I've been just trying to like take things in stride, and I don't know. One of these days, though, you'll pop in and there'll be like a shit ton of people talking, and you'll be like, whoa. And they'll be like, I'm sorry, I'm trying to like keep up with everybody's conversation. That's what the goal is. I mean, again, it's not like really to help me, but I mean, I just really like to like help other people too. I mean, not only with their hair, which is why I started this whole hair care crap, because I know the struggles I have with my own hair. And then I met one of my cousins for the first time yesterday. Because she bought some of my hair stuff, so I went over there, and her daughter was just like, hi. She came over and gave me a hug. I was like, hey. I was like, wow. She's all excited. She all put me on blast on Facebook. I was just like, thank you. Well, I wouldn't say put me on blast, because blast is, a bad thing. But yeah, I think this plant has those weird little buggies. So yeah, what I'm going to do is when this meeting is over, I am going to pack up my plant, my big old gardenia, and go put it outside. And then the little bugs can just go wherever. Because this is making me so uncomfortable. I'm like, I gotta wash my desk off now. I'm like, my skin is crawling. No. Like I said, bugs are normal, but yeah, I don't want them touching me though, unless it's like my own pet. But I've never had a pet bug.
My baby's hitting, so if I scream, you'll know it's something.
Awesome. You'll probably scare the hell out of me. I'm like, what is happening? No. So what else has been going on?
I think you can see that.
Oh, is that the person who sings that song? Oh, okay. I'll have to look him.
He'll be here on Monday. I'm so excited.
He what?
He'll be here in Denver on Monday.
Oh, are you like going to see him?
Yeah.
She said, oh yeah. She's like, oh yeah.
He's younger than my son too.
Huh?
He's younger than my son.
Hey, ain't nothing wrong with that. He's legal. No, no.
He's only 2, so yeah.
Like he can buy me a drink, so that's all that matters. No, just she's like, you're like, whew, the vapors. No. You never know. He might be like, hi. What's up, girl? Oh, my face looks all dry on camera. Sorry. I just like had to run and get out the shower. I was like, oh no. At like 2 minutes to 2, I was like drying off. I was like, hurry.
Here I am. I slept for an hour and sat out in the sun in the heat for hours after drinking beer. So.
Well, you don't look sunburned, so you're doing one better than me. I have got to pick up my desk. Huh?
I'm really grateful to Lynn for getting me into this group. It's really good for me.
I'm totally gonna have to stay out of my trash. That was not for you. That wasn't for Bose. It's trash, honey. It was for the trash can. No, leave it. No plastic for Bose. Let's stop. Sit. Good boy. Good boy. You're a good boy.
I'll make yell.
Huh? She said, I'm going to yell. No, Bo. No. You lay down. You be a good boy and lay down. Getting his little nasty. Ugh. He just juiced me. Ugh.
He struck out, so it's okay.
Give me the trash. Give it to me. Give it to me. Mine. This is not for Bose. It's got dead bugs on it and you want to eat it. Fool. Let go. Stop eating bugs and paper and anything else that's over here that doesn't belong to Bose, which is nothing because this is all mommy's crap. Well, let's see. Been going for 36 minutes now, and I guess nobody else is coming. I didn't have time again to message everybody and get everybody notification.
I'll always try to be here.
Thank you. I appreciate that. All the support I can get. And I'm like so sad because I lost like a subscriber from my YouTube. I'm like, man, it took forever for me to get those. And I'm sure it's because I haven't posted in a while. But I mean, so I've just been so busy, and it's like, I have to get back on my wash days and posting new stuff and, new material and whatnot. And I've only eaten once today too. I need to find something to eat. I mean, I'll do that afterwards, but I mean, I'm not starving, so that's great. I wanted to ask you, what is what are your thoughts on, I mean, I don't know how political you are, but what are your thoughts on what the hell is going on in the government or something? Or are you just not really paying attention?
I'm somewhat disengaged. For a while there, I was fully engaged. I'm a Democrat, very progressive, fully on board with Black Lives Matter and anti-gun, pro-choice, and I'm really frustrated with what's happening right now in the Senate.
Yeah, I mean, not to I don't want to turn it into a political chat, but that's another part of the reason why I'm getting more down a little bit, because I mean, do you watch A Handmaid's Tale?
Oh no, it would make me too angry.
Well, so you've read the book?
No.
Or you kind of know what it's about a little bit?
This shit pissed me the fuck off. So no.
Yeah, well, I mean, it does, the whole authoritarian society and government and stuff like that, and it's that's a whole nother level of slavery. And I'm just kind of it's how dare a group of people, and in this case, in The Handmaid's Tale, it's a group of white men who are we're just going to enslave all the fertile women other than our wives, and, keep them, beat them, and rape them whenever we want, just so, because we can't have kids. It's whose fault is that? I mean, that's called adoption for a reason, and it's as far-fetched as that is, I could see that happening in the US with how things are going. Some alternate universe, because hey, oi, Bambata, here. What are you doing? Stop eating paper. You just had lunch. You are not hungry.
In this country seem to have some sense.
Yeah, and it's a lot of the things that have upset me is just anybody who opposes them, they just shoot them down. They just kill them or hang them up. And I'm I mean, I don't know. You said you're not going to watch it? Well, there's a scene in there that I just watched in the last episode where this black man and his white wife, they have a son, and she escapes, and they try to help her, and they kill the husband and hang him up, which was totally oh my God, this is no, wow. And then they they stole their son, put him with a family who don't have children, and then put her as a handmaid. And I'm like, how can you just take people out of their life and just put them into this life to save them? No, you're being selfish. I'm not going to turn religious here either, but I mean, God gives people agency to make their own fucking mistakes. So, I mean, who are you to just like enslave people? That's how the whole slavery thing started, because y'all were like, oh, because we don't want to farm our crops, we don't want to build our buildings, we're just going to enslave this group of people and force them to do it against their will. We're going to rape their women and just beat their men and, use them as cattle. And that's basically, they clip all the women's ears like cattle. I'm like, I can't even imagine that happening to me, because I mean, I'm allergic to pain, so you might clip me and I might punch you and then I might get shot, so I'm gonna die either way. So it's like, it just sucks that I don't know, that really, really scares the shit out of me. And with how many stupid people there are, and they're just not, I mean, you can choose. I mean, okay, ignorance is bliss. Let me put it that way. If you're ignorant to something, that's not your fault. But once you are, someone gives you some information, then it's not up to them anymore. It's up to you to actually research it and see if that's actually true of what people are telling you, not just believing whatever it is you hear. They're like sheep. They're literally sheep, because they're not taking their lives in their hands. They're just, with.
That's pretty much what the Trump supporters are.
Yeah, if Trump was to go jump in the ocean, they would all jump in the ocean and drown. And I'm pretty sure some of them will be like, I don't want to drown. What's happening here? But they'd be like, but he did it. He's our fearless leader. Your leader is going to kill you, like literally. And it's like, who is he? He's not your leader. He's not in government anymore. And with all the crap that he's done, he's either going to go to jail, which I don't think that's going to happen. That would be like the sweetest day if he ever went to jail. But I mean, for him to have some sort of consequence for the shit that he had done while he was in office, that's good enough for me. But then even his supporters after that would still be like, oh, well, he's still the greatest. And it's like, oh my God, he's the greatest businessman. Why did he go bankrupt? I don't know how many times, if he was such a great businessman. Oh, there's all this fraud. Where? Where is the evidence? Where? The MyPillow guy, the evidence that I have. Who are you? Who are you again? You sell those hard ass pillows that gives people cricks in their necks. Really? What evidence do you have? You ain't in politics. Shut up. Sit down. Yeah, crazy little pillow guy. I don't know if it's a cult. I don't know if he sprayed something in their face. I don't know if he gave them some special orange juice. I don't know what. Literally, I don't know if he peed in a cup and they were just like, oh, this is the greatest water ever. And I don't know. I don't understand. I don't understand the Trump supporter mentality. And you'll tell them facts right there, and they're just like, no, that's not real. Over half of, and it's scary that almost half of the people in this country, I'm not even saying the world, but this country alone, between Democrats and Republicans and all the voters, almost half of them believe that that Democrats are down here killing babies and Satan worshiping and stuff like that. It's like, what evidence do you have? Where is the evidence? Because I really don't see Joe Biden going home going, what's for dinner? Oh, baby Jane. Oh, this is the greatest. I can't see. Where are the photos? I just want to see the photos. Where are the photos? Where are the carcasses of these dead children? Where is your information? I mean, this is straight out of the Burning Bed. I don't know where you're getting your information, but you better go back and get you some more. Because that, what? And they all believe that. And now it's like really affecting like the younger people too. And I'm like, oh no, save us. If the teenagers are like, oh yeah, the Democrats are killing babies and Satan worshiping. You know, Satan worshipers say that. You know, people who are guilty and stuff say that. They're always trying to like get, you know, like if you're in a relationship with a cheating spouse, you know, your cheating spouse is always going to be like, who you talking to? Because they're afraid you're going to bust them, you know, in a lie. So they want to bust you instead. And it's like, I think maybe it's the Republicans that are out there slaughtering babies and like drinking their blood and of Satan and stuff like that.
About Matt Gaetz.
Oh my God, him and his pedophile ass. Oh my God. Oh, he needs to go down. They all, and it's like, you guys realize that every person that Trump really associates with is a douchebag. So it's like douchebags are us over here. So it's like no one is good in his circle. No one. But y'all want to follow a douchebag. Well, he speaks the truth. No, I mean, it's like, okay, y'all are his supporters. Did y'all catch that last rally that he did? Did it make any sense to any of you? Because if it made sense, then I'm just gonna pat you on the head and like walk away, because y'all all need help, like literally. I was listening like the little bits and pieces, because I try not to watch Trump for too long, because I'm afraid my IQ will drop. No, seriously. I might start believing what he's saying if I listen too long. I don't want to like, you know, expose myself to that poison. So,
I always mute if they put him on TV. I mute it. I'm like, you don't get to speak in my house.
Oh God, and it's like when just like with all the election lies and stuff, and it's like, you know, they like the different states have already went over the whole fraud thing. Arizona has said, hey, there was no fraud here. We did it 3 times, or wherever they did it 3 times. And then now they're still like, oh, we're gonna raise money because we're gonna do it again, because we're looking for bamboo in the sheets, or what are you talking about? What? I don't know. It's, I mean, I can't even imagine, you know, waking up tomorrow and having somebody knock on my door, like getting back to like the Handmaid's Tale, or like some sort of authoritarian society, and somebody knocking on my door and saying, you have to come with us. He gets to stay here. And it's like, what's going on, officer? Don't worry. She's got to go. She's got to be detained. For what? There's no interracial relationships anymore. Wait, what? What? And why am I being taken away? Because I'm black, right? Okay, yeah, because I'm black, right? You know, and what Matt be able to do? Not a damn thing. You know what I mean? It's like,
I sure as hell don't want a white man.
Well,
zero interest in white men.
She's like, girl, I'm gonna go and look at me some on Monday. Woo! No, but no, I mean, I've
had enough white men from my daddy. That's enough.
I mean, I think I've dated almost every race except for Asian. I would really like to like. That's all. In my brain, I'm just kind of like, because I like Bruce Lee. He was pretty hot. Like,
you know. Don't listen to me, because my experience is colored by an Asian man who was taking pictures of my dress. So.
Oh wow, that sucks. Well, I mean, yeah, like my ex-husband was, you know, a black African man, so it's like, you know, I haven't really dated too many black men because they're just not interested in me. And like anytime I've ever like chatted with one, their attitude, and they've actually told me like in the past, I mean, but that basically, I don't want to date you, but I'll fuck you. And I'm like, wow. Well, I don't want to talk to you anymore then, because I'm good enough to fuck, but I'm not good enough to be in a relationship with? Why? Well, because black women have an attitude. Maybe that's why we have an attitude. Do you hear what you just said to me? It's like, but it's like,
There's a reason why.
yeah, and it's like, you're black, right? It's like, yeah. Is your mom black? Yeah. Do you hate your mom? No. Are you sure? Because
Yeah.
what? That color is bullshit. That just, ugh. But I mean, at least in The Handmaid's Tale, there's no like, discrimination over race so far from what I've seen. If you're a man, period, you have more rights than any woman. Whether you're black, white, Hispanic, purple, green, whatever. It's like,
just because you have a penis don't make you better.
Exactly. And it's like all these,
In fact, it makes you less better.
Yeah, and it's like all these, like all the houses that have handmaids, they're all like well to do and blah blah blah, and it's like, so all the poor people are expendable, right? And it's like, if y'all were so great, you'd be able to like have children. Ever think of that? Obviously, you ain't that great. You can't repopulate the world. Looks like you have a personal problem, rich head. I just, but I would just hate to like wake up to like that type of like that nightmare, because it's like, who can save you? No one.
Watch it.
Huh?
That's why I can't watch it.
Yeah, I mean, it's a really good show. I mean, I'm only on season 2, like episode 2 or something like that, but still, it's like, wow. I had
my Zumba friend today, but one of my former coworkers got us all to watch This Is Us, and I had to quit watching it because I tend to get emotionally involved with the characters, and it impacts me. The episode where Kevin hit rock bottom with his addiction nearly broke me.
I haven't actually seen it. It's on my to-do list or my watch list.
I can't do those heavy dramas because I feel it too deeply.
Mm-hmm. You're an empath. Welcome to the club, girl. And that's why, and then that's another reason why, like, I think Handmaid's Tale is like hits me so hard, because I'm like, if this was to happen, I mean, I don't know. I would probably sense it before it even started happening, and then there ain't shit I can do about it. I would be part of the rebellion. And because, I was actually having a discussion with someone or a few women earlier, because one is in her early 40s. She's like 43 and she's pregnant. And she has 2 kids already, and one is about to be out the house, and she's just like, oh, and her boyfriend is 42, and she's like, I don't want any more kids, and I've got mental health issues, and I've got so much to deal with already. And I'm just like, well, I mean, at least, but before she told me that, I was like, so you were saying that you might be pregnant, so if you are, is that a blessing or a burden? And she was like, well, I'm not the type to like abort my kid. So, I mean, because it's not their fault that, I did the do, and, it's not their fault. So I would take care of my kid, and love them and stuff. But I just wouldn't want my personal like mental issues to like impact them in any way. And I'm like, well, it is anyway, because it impacts anybody that you come in contact with who know that you have like mental health issues. So, I mean, I asked her if she had like supportive family, and she was like, no, not really. And I was like, oh, that sucks. So I was like, ugh. And I was like, well, I mean, if you are, then, you have all of us in the chat. I mean, you can always like come to us. I mean, we're not literally there with you, but I mean, we're still like, we can still like give advice if we can and all this stuff and help you in that way. I mean, so you do have some support. It's not, you're not just like out there in the woods, like, desperate alone. But I was like, I've had like 2 miscarriages in my life. And so like now I don't know if I can even have children, and that fucking sucks for me. And I almost started crying. I was like, oh no. But I was just like, and I don't know if Matt can have kids. So it's like, and like we were talking about like adoption and stuff like that, because there's like so many kids who go from foster home to foster home, or like they're with their parents and their parents suck, and then they end up in the system, and then they go to foster care, and then their foster parents abuse them and stuff like that. And basically they just want that monthly check that they get, so they just treat them however. And it's like, this is some bullshit. And it's like, I've dealt with that, with my, my niece, the one that doesn't really talk to me anymore, or she doesn't talk to me anymore. But, I took care of her, and, cause she was, she was born drug addicted. And then, my sister adopted her, and then she ended up in foster care. And then she went from foster family to foster family. And then she ended up in the system and back to a foster home, and all this just back and forth, back and forth. So she like picked up all this bad behavior. And, she was abused by the girls and the boys that were in there, and just like all this stuff. So she's been through a lot. So, I mean, I know what it's like, dealing with a child who has been through a lot. And so like when, I started taking care of her, I wouldn't say that I tried to spoil her, but I mean, and I was never going to be her mom. She knows that, my sister is technically her mom. So, but I was like, I will be that mom aunt, if that makes sense. So I was like, I'll spoil you.
Loving caregiver.
Yeah. And it's like, yeah, and it's like, I will spoil you when you need to be spoiled, and I will of course chastise you when you've done something wrong, and explain to you what is happening. Because I mean, that's kind of like how I've always dealt with her and any of my other like, nieces or nephews or anything like that. It's like, I'm going to tell you this is why, because when you're an adult, you don't get talked like a kid and explained like in baby terms. They're just like, you're fucking fired. That's it. So, I talk to them like an adult, because they're little adults. They're just because they're younger doesn't mean they're stupid, and I'm not going to treat them as such. So, I mean, it's just like, I don't know. I mean, she would still steal and try and like run her own life and run away and all this other stuff. And it was just kind of like, if you don't want the help that I'm trying to give you, then I don't know what to tell you, because I'm here for you. But if you don't want, I mean, so then she like, I sent her to my sister's house. And so she, like basically the 3 of us raised her, the 3 sisters raised her. And then she got out on her own, and, she was still like, calling me for help and money and stuff. And I was always there for her. And then, she started having problems in her relationships and stuff like that. And then she ended up pregnant, and it's like, just like all this stuff. And it was just like, she just started like blaming people for her problems. And it's like, you have to, I mean, she came to me and was like, hey, I don't want to lose like my man and stuff like that. She said she spoke to her sister, and her sister told her, hey, you need to get your life. You need to, not be a dumbass. You need to do what you need to do. If they're asking you to do something, do what you have to do. If you're not working, then that means you need to like clean the house and, have a meal ready for him and stuff like that. Since he's, got 2 jobs trying to support you and stuff like that, if you do have a job, make sure that you keep that job and stuff like that. It's a team effort here. And, she's just like, oh, that's, that makes sense. That's what she told me. That's what my sister told me. I said, well, then that's the advice right there. Take it. And she didn't take it. And then, it was just back and forth, just like one person is saying something, another person is saying something, and then it just got out of control. And it's like, oh my God. And it just spiraled. And it's just like, I mean, as much as I tried to help, it just, neither one of them took my advice. And now I don't talk to either one of them, and they don't talk to me. And I'm just like, even though he's tried to talk to me, and I'm like, no, I don't. Y'all, if y'all want to be dramatic, y'all don't want to like, grow up. There's nothing I can do. I can't grow up for you. There's only so much advice I can give you. That's like, there's only so much I can give you. If you don't want to take do what you have to do to make your life better or whatever, then you want to have that struggle love or that struggle life or whatever it is, you do you. If they ever came back and was like, hey, I actually want to talk to you, then yeah, I'd be happy to like talk to them and like, because I'm gonna love them forever. I mean, not like the things that they've done or said, but but it's like, I'm not gonna be disrespected though. I'm just not. Sorry, rant over. But yeah, I need to go and eat something. I have some watermelon on the table. I think I'm gonna eat that.
That it's
You
need some protein too.
I know. I bought some chicken when I was at the store, so I'll probably make some chicken and broccoli or something for dinner. I don't know. I was thinking of like doing some like homemade little, like those little pizzas, like those little tiny ones, and do some like chicken on it. I don't know. I guess we'll figure that out. I still have to like make hair products and stuff. I'm like, I don't have time. Energy.
You're gonna get the dishes in the dishwasher.
Huh?
We're not gonna have any dishes for dinner. I don't get the dishes in the dishwasher.
I know, right? Well, thanks for coming. I always love talking to you, even if it is only once a month. And we still have to get together for your birthday. Yeah. Get those drinks, girl. Woo! You're like, yeah, she's single. They're like, woohoo! You're like, oh, sorry. She's not interested. Hey, what's your name, Tyrone? No, she's gonna. I'm so silly. All right. I love you. I will see you later.
Okay.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
All right. So yeah. Well, that was fun. I had to. So there's that. Okay. Well, I guess I will get off of here and yeah. Oh my God. Do my lips look like really dark, or is it just me? I'm sorry. Oh, okay. I feel like my hair is sparkly. I know it's just the camera, but it just looks sparkly. Oh, okay. I'm gonna get off of here. So, thank you guys for coming. Everybody who showed up or like viewed in, and yeah, I will catch you guys in the next one. Please stay safe, stay beautified, wear your mask, get vaccinated, and I'll catch you in the next one. Mwah.